Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're considering making a move to South Jersey, perhaps you're a family who's looking to upsize to your dream home, maybe you're just planning a move to somewhere in South Jersey, whether it be Burlington County or someplace else, either way, you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to be diving into everything that you need to know about the 2024 housing market right here in Burlington County. Whether you're a buyer, a seller, or you're keeping tabs on market trends. Now that it's the middle of January, we're going to be taking a look back at what happened in Burlington County in 2024 and what it means going forward into 2025. My name is Braden, and my partner Trey and I are dedicated to helping families just like yours find their perfect home in South Jersey. We create videos to simplify the real estate process, giving you the tools, the tips, and the insights to make confident about decisions regarding your next move. Before we dive in, if you're thinking about buying or selling this year, we would absolutely love to help. Click the link in the description or schedule a consultation with us today. We'll talk about your unique needs and we'll create a plan together to help you achieve your real estate goals, whether that's finding your dream home, selling your current one for top dollar, or perhaps both. Here's what we'll cover in this video. We're going to do a town-by-town breakdown of Burlington County's housing market, highlighting key stats like homes sold, median prices, and days on market. We'll also look at top trends shaping the market in 2024, including what's driving growth and how buyers and sellers are adapting to the changing conditions. We've got some great actionable tips for families who are looking to upsize, so you're fully prepared to make your next move. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's talk about what's happening in the market, what's driving it, and most importantly, how it affects you. 2024 was definitely a year that kept all of us on our toes. Where do we even start? The weather couldn't decide if it wanted to be summer or winter. And in Burlington County, well, we had one of the driest fall seasons that we have had in a very long time. Taylor Swift concert tickets became more valuable than some down payments. Seriously, Swifties, we do salute you. The Phillies kept all of us on the edge of our seats, yet again proving that Burlington County is home to some of the most passionate sports fans around. And let's not forget, we all collectively spent way more time talking about UFOs and mysterious flying objects than we ever expected. Who knew that Burlington County would have so many great spots for spotting the skies? And yet, through all of that, the housing market remained one of the hottest topics. Because no matter what's going on in the world, you just can't shake it off when you find the one house that's ready to be yours. We are so glad that you are tuning into this video because it's important to note that the national real estate trends aren't always reflective of what's happening right here in the Northeast. While some parts of the country are seeing slowdowns or price drops, Burlington County continues to show strong demand and a steady price growth that's driven by low inventory and consistent buyer interest. What's happening here is a story of all its own, and one that you won't want to miss. Let's start with the big picture. Burlington County's real estate market in 2024 was nothing short of dynamic. 5,287 homes were sold with a median sold price of $380,000, perfectly matching the median list price. This alignment reflects a highly competitive market where buyers are stepping up to meet sellers' expectations. Homes move fast in 2024. With an average of just 30 days on market in Burlington County, a clear sign of high demand and limited inventory. Speaking of the inventory, Burlington County's current supply has just 1.3 month worth of homes for sale, which means that if no new homes were listed, the market would sell out in just a little over a month. To put that into perspective, a balanced market typically has 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. Anything under 3 months is considered a seller's market. Burlington County is very firmly a seller's market. it is likely to be quite some time before the market balances back, or we would have to have some sort of life-altering event. Yet through all of this, it's important that we look at how the market has evolved, and we're noticing that a few trends are standing out. While 5,287 homes were sold in 2024, that's actually slightly down from the 5,542 homes that were sold in 2023, which is reflecting how higher mortgage rates have definitely moderated both buyer and seller activity. However, this decline in volume hasn't stopped prices from climbing. The median home price in Burlington County has continued to rise. For example, in 2020, the median sold price was $330,000. Fast forward 3 years to 2023, the median sold price was $370,000, and now, 1 year later, in 2024, the median sold price was $380,000. That is a 15% increase in just 4 years, which of course, that's fueled by the sustained demand and the limited inventory. Inventory has remained tight for years, but it's particularly noticeable now. To put this in comparison, in 2020, the inventory levels were 2.5 months. In 2024, we're at 1.3 months. This significant drop has put even more pressure on buyers to act quickly and competitively. Homes are selling quickly with an average of just 30 days on market. Burlington County homes are moving at lightning speed compared to the national averages, so be careful where you're getting your news. Some towns, like Mount Laurel and Marlton, saw even faster turnarounds with homes selling in just about 20 days. This tells us that buyers are motivated and they're ready to act, but they're also facing stiff competition. For sellers, this means pricing your home right and preparing it properly can yield fast and favorable results. One key factor shaping the market in 2024 has been rising mortgage rates, which hovered around the 6 to 7% mark throughout the year. While higher rates have slightly cooled buyer activity compared to the frenzy of the 2021 and 2020 years, demand remains strong, particularly for well-priced, family-oriented homes. It's worth noting that Burlington County has held its own compared to state averages. For example, the unemployment rate in Q4 of 2024 was 3.7%, which is notably lower than New Jersey's statewide rate of 4.2%. This economic stability in this area has been a significant driver of sustained buyer confidence in Burlington County. So, what does this mean for you? Whether you're buying or selling, Burlington County remains one of the most competitive and desirable markets in New Jersey. But nuances do vary by town, and understanding those differences is key. Let's break it down town by town. Mount Laurel was one of the fastest moving markets. There were 729 homes that were sold throughout the last year. The median list price was $375,000, and the median sold price was just slightly higher at $382,000. The average days on market, 20 days. And the list to sold price ratio was 101%. Mount Laurel stands out as one of the most competitive and family-friendly markets in Burlington County. With competitive schools, a wide variety of parks like Laurel Acres, and easy access to major highways, Mount Laurel continues to attract families and commuters alike. The fact that homes sold on average of 20 days or less, often above list price, reflects its high demand. The diversity of housing options from starter homes to upscale properties make it a versatile option for buyers at various stages of life. Now, Marlton saw strong growth and fast sales. There were 644 homes that were sold. The median list price was $429,900, and the median sold price was $435,000. The average days on market was just over 20 days, and the list to sold price ratio was 101%. Marlton is, of course, very similar to Mount Laurel in how they behave. Marlton has emerged as a hotspot for families who are looking to upsize. With affordable price points relative to nearby luxury markets and strong local amenities like the Promenade Shopping Center, Marlton does offer that perfect balance of affordability and convenience. What sets Marlton apart is its strong appreciation in home values, with many properties selling above list price. It's a town where buyers need to be confident and they need to know how to act fast. Homes in Marlton are selling as quickly as those in Mount Laurel, both averaging right around 20 days on market. Moorestown is the luxury leader of Burlington County. There were only 266 homes that were sold, but the median list price was $750,000, and the median sold price was actually slightly lower at $725,000. The average days on market is 34 days, and the list to sold price ratio was 97%. Moorestown, of course, continues to shine as one of Burlington County's most prestigious markets. It's known for its top-rated schools, a charming downtown and main street. Moorestown offers a blend of luxury and community-focused living. Homes here take a little bit longer to sell, and of course, that's probably likely due to the higher price point, with an average days on market of 34 days. Buyers in this price range often do tend to take their time to weigh decisions. The slight gap between the median list price and the sold price reflects the market's more balanced nature, where sellers need to align their pricing with buyer expectations. It's very, very important that in a market like Moorestown, that if you're going to be selling your house, that you are really in line with pricing, because overpricing your house with those market conditions in Moorestown definitely could be a risk of not attracting the buyers to your home in a timely manner. Now, Lumberton had great market stability. There were 103 homes that were sold, and the median list price was $450,000, and the median sold price, $450,000. The average days on market was just 22, and the list to sold price ratio was right at 100%. Lumberton is all about consistency. This smaller, quieter market offers buyers that suburban feel without the hustle and bustle of the larger towns. The fact that homes here in Lumberton sell at their list price at an average days of 22 days on market reflects that you have a very stable and reliable market. For buyers who are seeking space, affordability, and a strong sense of community, Lumberton remains an excellent choice. Of course, you have proximity to natural areas like the Rancocas State Park. It makes it perfectly appealing for outdoor enthusiasts, as well as quick access to both 295 and the Turnpike, as well as the military base for people who need to get to a destination outside of the area, or perhaps you are stationed at the base. Now, Medford is an upscale suburban retreat. There were 393 homes that sold in 2024. The median list price was $589,000, and the median sold price was $580,500. The average days on market were 27 days, and the list to sold price ratio is 98%. Medford offers that escape from busier towns while maintaining proximity to amenities and excellent schools, with its larger lots and, of course, a focus on privacy. Medford is perfect for buyers who are looking for an upscale suburban retreat that borders on rural. Though homes take slightly longer to sell in Medford than it does in Mount Laurel or Marlton, 27 days on market is still impressive for a town with higher price points. Medford's beautiful neighborhoods and access to the lakes and trails make it a favorite for those who are prioritizing lifestyle over location. When comparing these towns, there are a few key trends that stand out. There are fast-moving markets. Mount Laurel and Marlton led the pack, with homes selling in just over 20 days on average and often above list price. Moorestown has a luxury focus. It remains a leader in the luxury market with higher price points and a slightly longer buying cycle. There's stability in Lumberton, and Medford offers consistency and appeal for buyers who are looking for space and a strong list to sold ratio with a reasonable days on market. Each of these towns cater to a slightly different type of buyer, but the common thread is that Burlington County continues to be a highly desirable area for families, upsizers, and those who are looking for a strong investment in their next home. Let's do a closer look and let's do a deep dive at one of the most popular home types in Burlington County, and that's the 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home that's somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet. You know, the type of home, one that has a kitchen that's big enough for pancake breakfasts, a backyard for after-school soccer matches, and enough bathrooms to avoid the dreaded morning line. For parents, it's about having a space for everyone, whether it's a home office that doubles as a craft station and a family room, when movie nights actually feel cozy instead of cramped. For kids, it's about a backyard that feels like an adventure, or finally getting their own bedroom, which means no more fights over who gets the top bunk. For the last 15 years, these homes have shown consistent appreciation, reflecting their high demand and the central role in that suburban lifestyle. Here's a snapshot of how these prices have evolved. But first, if you're finding this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications, because we post videos just like this regularly to keep you updated on the housing market. So in 2010, that average 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home was $338,750. The market then was still recovering from the 2008 lending crash, with prices stabilizing at lower levels. Many buyers were cautious and inventory was tighter, which created opportunities for value-driven purposes. Fast forward to 2015, the average 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home was $323,613. By this time, prices had dipped slightly, which reflected more of a balanced market as the recovery from 2008 solidified. This was an ideal period for first-time buyers to move up and buyers to lock in their value before the market began its upward climb. Fast forward to 2020, that average 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home was $370,500. Enter the pandemic-driven housing boom. As remote work became the norm, families prioritized larger homes with dedicated office spaces and outdoor areas. Suburbs like Burlington County became magnets for buyers leaving urban areas, which drove up prices significantly. Fast forward to 2023, that average 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home was $524,903. This is, of course, a post-pandemic market where demand remains high and inventory can't keep up. This period, we saw sharp increases in prices as buyers competed for a limited number of homes. You know, one of the things that I think about consistently, whenever I have a buyer, and I have had several recently who only want new construction. And if you're looking for new construction, there's probably 3 new construction communities in South Jersey between Burlington, Gloucester, Camden counties, and that's not enough. So the existing homes that are already built, they just continue to be worth more and more because there's just not enough new construction. So fast forward to this past year, that average 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home climbed to $551,250. Even with the mortgage rates climbing up a little bit, prices continue to climb higher, reflecting the sustained desirability of family-oriented homes in Burlington County. These homes, they offer the perfect blend of size, location, and neighborhood amenities, which keeps the demand strong. If we look at the growth over this period of time, that is a 62% increase in the median price over the last 15 years. And there are some things that are definitely contributing to this. Over those years, inventory levels have tightened significantly, especially for the larger homes. This imbalance between supply and demand has driven prices even higher. I can tell you from talking to clients that the pandemic definitely reshaped how families think about space. Many people are prioritizing suburbs like Burlington County, looking for larger homes, green spaces, and quieter communities. The rising construction costs and the limited new builds, as I mentioned, in this category have also contributed to price growth as fewer new homes are being built and added to the market to meet demand. With inventory still low and demand for these family-friendly homes, definitely if you're a buyer who's looking for that, just make sure that you are prepared for what the market is going to bring. Make sure you're connecting with a real estate professional who will advise you of how to make sure your offer is accepted. Definitely ask your agent, what is their offer acceptance rate? Because if you have an agent with a higher offer acceptance rate, they're going to be better suited to guide you to get your offer accepted, because there's nothing worse than finding out that you didn't get your dream house because an agent didn't prepare you on what it takes to write a successful offer and to do their due diligence to help understand and navigate where a house sits as far as how competitive it's going to be when it hits the market. Definitely make sure that you're partnering with someone who's doing their homework. Now, we have to address the elephant in the room, and that is mortgage rates. In 2024, rates hovered between 6 to 7%, which is higher than pandemic lows, but they're still well below the eye-popping rates of the early 1980s when mortgage rates soared past 18%. I want to clear up a misconception. No, mortgage rates were not 3% forever and ever ago. Those were rock bottom rates that we saw during the pandemic, and they were an exception, not the rule. In fact, if we look back just a few years before, in 2018, the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate in America was 4.7%. Almost 5%. Not at all that far from where we are right now. Sure, affordability has definitely shifted because the prices of homes have gone up. Buyers are definitely feeling the pinch, and higher rates paired with rising home prices. But let's remember, people bought homes when rates were 10% and 12% and even higher, and they have definitely made money over time. Why? Well, home prices continue to go up, and it's important to understand that finding the right home, whether it's your first or your forever, will always be about more than just the interest rate. But here's the good news, there are some creative solutions that are making a difference. You can take advantage of first-time homebuyer programs. You can take advantage of rate buy-downs. Lenders are trying to work as best they can within the system that we have to help assist you. Make sure you have a strong local lender. That can be the difference between not only getting your offer accepted, but more importantly, having somebody who looks at you as a real person instead of just a number, who will help you get to your goals. So if you're looking to upsize, here's 3 tips that you can do to make this process smoother. Start early, especially if you're buying and selling at the same time. Timing is everything in a fast-moving market like this, and it's critical to have a clear strategy. When you're juggling the sale of your current home while buying your next one, there are 3 different strategies that people generally take when selling their home while trying to buy one at the same time. Some people will prefer to find the home that they're going to buy before they put their home on the market. I personally think it's always better, if you're going to do that, do everything to prepare your home for sale. So that way, when you do find the right home, when you do get that offer accepted, that you are ready to pull the trigger and put your home on the market potentially immediately. So maybe even though you're not quite ready to formally put your home on the market, get with your agent, get photos, get it ready to go. So when you do find that dream home, you can, bam, pull the trigger. The next thing you can do is you can put your home on the market contingent upon you finding suitable housing. Sometimes this strategy may be a little bit better because it allows you to be a bit more in the driver's seat, with properties continuing to be as competitive as they are. If you prepare your home right and you make it attractive to buyers, you will likely find a buyer who will not only give you a great offer, but they'll also give you the flexibility to find a home that you would like to buy yourself. The third strategy that people do is they buy first and then they sell later. Now, this could mean you might be carrying 2 mortgages. It could mean you're taking advantage of a bridge loan. There's a couple different ways to handle this, and it requires some nuance, and it really does vary person to person depending upon their finances. The reality is you want to make sure you have a great team in place so you can dissect the nuances of what the best strategy is for you. Next thing you want to do is know your numbers. What does that mean? It means to get pre-approved now. If you're thinking about buying, get connected with a local lender, get pre-approved now. It's important to know your numbers. One, you don't want to be looking at houses you can't afford, even if it's just on one of the big real estate websites. You're going to want to know ahead of time what you can afford. Knowing your numbers is crucial because if you're looking at things that are above your budget, chances are you're going to hate everything that's actually within your budget. Do not set yourself up for disappointment. Knowing those numbers will also help you build a strategy in terms of what you can do. Maybe you can't buy and sell separately. Maybe you need to sell in order to buy. It's important to know these things and have them be a part of your strategy as one of the very first things that you do. Make sure you are choosing a local lender. I can't stress that enough. The third thing you're going to want to do is think about this thing long term. I think it's important to ask yourself, how long are you going to live in this next house? Is this the 5-year house? Is this the 10-year house? Is this the 20-year house? Those are very different things. Once you know that, you're going to know what you're going to need over time so that you can choose a home that fits your family needs now and for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Whether that's extra bedrooms, maybe a growing family, maybe you might want a bigger yard so you can have some outdoor fun, or being closer to the schools or work, or think about how your next home will serve you and function over time. Ask yourself, how long am I going to live in this home? This question is so important, especially in today's market. Ask yourself, what do I want my home to feel like? What do I want to do? What do I see my future? So you can understand, you can make sure that the homes you're looking at really fit within that criteria. At the end of the day, homes have roofs and walls and windows and a door, but how it functions, how you live, that's the difference right there. Upsizing is definitely more than just finding a bigger house. It's about balancing your current home sale, your future needs, and your financial goals. That's why having a partner who understands every step of this process is so important, whether you're ready to start planning or you're just thinking ahead. So what does this all mean for you? Well, whether you're buying your first home, you're upsizing to fit your growing family, or you're getting ready to start your next chapter, Burlington County is full of so many opportunities. This market isn't just about numbers, it's about people like you who are finding the right home to create memories, build equity, and enjoy the lifestyle that you deserve. Whether you're curious about the market or ready to dive in or just looking for some guidance, we're definitely here to help. If you think about making a move, let's definitely chat. Reach out to us. We'll create a personalized plan to help you achieve your real estate goals, whether that's finding your dream home, selling one for top dollar, or managing both at the same time. It's not just about buying and selling houses, it's about creating a smooth process for you and your family, and more importantly, making sure that you feel confident every step of the way. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might be buying or selling within the year. You never know who could use a little extra guidance right now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next video, where we'll keep tackling questions that you have, sharing market insights, and helping you get a clearer, better picture of what greater living in South Jersey is all about.